Hey everyone, I'm Evan. Welcome to Magnolias and Sunlight, the video portion of my blog, magnoliasandsunlight.com. If you're new, welcome. I'm so excited to have you. And if you are subscribed or a returning viewer, thanks for coming back. I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm really excited because I have 5 tips for you guys on how to save money while spring shopping. So yesterday on my blog, I posted a splurge or save where I found a designer item that I want and is currently on my wish list. And then I found a couple of alternatives of cheaper items that you guys can buy. So I know we all have a shopping budget, and if you don't, I'm jealous. Picking and choosing what to splurge on and what to save on can sometimes be a little difficult. So these 5 tips will hopefully help you guys save a little bit of money and get all of the spring items that you are really wanting. Mom always jokes that she hates to go shopping without me because I always find deals and I always save us a lot of money while we're out shopping, and she says that she can't do it unless I'm there. I have like a magic touch or something. Well, I don't think that's quite true. I do have quite a few tricks to help get the things that I want in my closet without spending a ton of money and paying the normal price tag. And I love getting things on sale. I love finding things that are great deals, and I kind of don't shop unless I'm getting some kind of deal. So I'm really excited to share some of my top 5 tips with you guys. So tip number 1 is to do some research before you go shopping. Impulse shopping is a lot of fun. Retail therapy is super helpful. Believe me, when I've had a bad day, all I want to do is eat Nutella and a graham cracker. That's a really great snack, by the way, and buy a new pair of shoes because it just brightens my mood and makes me feel better. But that's also a great way to spend a lot of money that you weren't planning on spending. So I totally understand going shopping with your girlfriends and just picking up a few things. I think that's awesome. If you're gonna go buy designer pieces or pieces with higher price tags, it's great to do some research beforehand. So I love to just type something into Google and see what pops up. I love to use the Google shopping tool. It's really cool because if you type in what you want with the designer and the style, or even just broader terms like brown leather wedge, it will bring up the item that you found. You can click on it and then it'll give you a bunch of alternatives of things that look similar. Sometimes I found that I find things that I like better, and sometimes those things I like better are actually cheaper. Read some reviews about the item that you think you want. You might find a review that says that it's super uncomfortable or it's super itchy. They do pay people sometimes to write reviews on certain sites. So if you see like 12 5-star ratings, you can probably guess that it's probably okay. If you see a bunch of 2-star ratings and 1 5-star rating, kind of just average them out. And research also really helps you know what it's selling for. So look on like 5 or 6 different websites and see if the price is really stable throughout. And then you can find out when those stores or those websites are having sales, make a note, put it on a Pinterest board, and come back to it later. So research is super helpful because it'll help you know whether you actually want to buy the item or what it's selling for at other places, and it can also help you find some really cool alternatives that cost you a little bit less. Tip number 2 is actually my favorite and probably most used tip for getting designer clothes at a cheaper price, and that is to use discounted stores. So I'm not talking like the bargain basement or something like that where I know I've been, a lot of the stuff is really picked over. Sometimes I think people have found really cool things in them, but for the most part I just find kind of crappy things. Same thing with like a Ross. I found great things at TJ Maxx, I found great things at Marshall's, but I'm talking more along the lines of Nordstrom Rack, Saks Off 5th, lastcall.com, which is Neiman Marcus's discount store, and they do have storefronts, but I've always had better luck with lastcall.com rather than their actual stores. Also, you can do all of this from the comfort of your couch. All 3 of those discount stores have amazing websites, and like I said, a lot of the time they have free shipping. So while you might think that discount shopping is going to get you into a situation like Andy and Devil Wears Prada and the cerulean sweater,
you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room.
I have found some great pieces at all of these stores, but a good thing to keep in mind is to buy classic pieces. Buy things that are not going to go out of style. For Christmas, I went to Nordstrom Rack with my mom, and I ended up getting a pair of these Tory Burch quilted white flats. These are just ballet flats. Tory Burch has been making this style of shoe forever. This is something that I'm still going to wear, and I got this pair of shoes for less than $100. Still in the shoe department, my boyfriend recently got a pair of Hunter boots, which were a store return, and all of the store returns, even if they're still being sold in store, usually go over to Nordstrom Rack. So he ended up getting a pair of Hunter boots that retailed for $500 and were still on Nordstrom's website and on the Hunter website for $170, and then it was a winter sale, so it was 25% off that. So you're still gonna shell out some money if you are buying designer pieces, but there's a good chance you'll get 50% or more off. Other things that I found at Nordstrom Rack, like I said, I buy very classic pieces. So this Ted Baker dress, and last year for my birthday, my boyfriend got me this Burberry dress. It's just a white eyelet, but it is Burberry Brit, and I plan to wear this for Easter. So tip number 3 is just to be patient and wait for sales. I know when you find something, you might worry that it's going to sell out in your size, but something that I found is that you can probably find it on another website. E-commerce on the internet is so huge that just because it sells out in one place doesn't mean it's going to sell out in another. There's a pair of Nikes that I really want. They were at Bloomingdale's. They quickly sold out of my size, but I found them on 3 other websites for the exact same price. So I'm just waiting until there is a sale, hopefully at Easter. And another thing I like to do is to use an app or a website. I like ShopStyle quite a bit. They're partnered with a ton of different stores, and they just got H&M on board too. I used them on my blog for shopping widgets at the bottom, but they have an awesome sale alert portion of their website. So you can find the item and put it in your profile, save it to your profile. Then you just hit the button that says get sale alerts, and they will let you know when the items that you love go on sale. So tip number 4 is to just wait it out. There are so many times when I've gone into a store, fallen in love with a piece, but it's kind of pricey and I'm not really sure how I will fit it into my wardrobe. So I wait, I go home, I take a picture of it with the SKU number so that if I go back, I can have someone look it up if it's no longer on display. And then I go home and I think about it for a few days. I think this is a great idea if you're buying very expensive pieces, designer pieces. Impulse shopping will kill you. Usually I try and wait like 4 days to a week because I don't want it to sell out, and I don't want it to sell out of my size or no longer be in the store. But that way I'm actually positive that I want this item, positive that I will wear it. I've gone on some crazy treasure hunts afterward trying to find that item that I waited for. But I'm happy because usually if it's that hard, it will either already be on sale, or I know if I'm willing to put that effort in, that it's actually something that I want in my closet and something that I will use. The last tip number 5, is to DIY. There are a lot of things out there that are super simple to make, or just buy a basic piece and then add something to it to make it look like the piece that you've seen online, or something designer, something you saw on the runway. A lot of those runway items don't actually ever make it to the stores, but you can buy like a white sweater and embellish it, or like I did in my video on Sunday, a white bathing suit, and just add some tassels and some gold rings and make it look great for spring. If you have the ability and you're interested in doing DIY projects, that's a great way to save some money. If you have any sewing skills at all, skirts, sundresses, off-the-shoulder tops, which are huge right now, are all really simple to make and they don't take that much fabric. You can also go to like a Goodwill or a thrift store and buy old skirts or old dresses, old t-shirts, things like that, and customize them to fit what you're looking for. I think this is a great idea. Sweaters with funny sayings are crazy easy to make. All you need is some black paint and a stencil. So I've done some DIY projects recently, and there's another one going up on Sunday for like resort wear that is either sold out, the ones that I wanted sold out pretty quickly, or were just really expensive. So items that are $300, and I bought all of the items for all 4 projects, and I think I came in under $60. So $300 for one item, or 4 items for around 60 bucks. I think we know which one wins there. So I hope you enjoyed these 5 tips. I hope that they help save you guys a little bit of money. Make sure you check out those Splurge or Save posts on my blog because I'm really happy with how they turned out, and the items are almost identical and you will be saving a ton of money. So it's important to remember that you don't always have to have designer for every single piece. Mix the designer pieces in with some more affordable pieces for a really well-rounded closet. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked any of these tips or if you plan to use any of them in the near future. Also subscribe, the button is down here somewhere, so click that so that you guys get an update every time that I post a new video, which is usually Thursday and Monday, and then every once in a while I will also post on Sunday if I have a lot of content. And I will see you guys on Sunday with some DIY resort wear. I love you lots. Bye.